With a team of skilled technicians, Carter's Auto Glass offers windshield repairs, replacement, and other auto glass needs. Their commitment to customer satisfaction and attention to detail sets them apart from the industry. Give them a call for a free quote or for any of your auto glass needs at 417-849-6482. As we got our cars driving onto the track here, we're going to start things off again with our CKR Fabrications Pure Stocks. Wesley Decker going to start on the front row right there on the pole out of Washburn, Missouri. Found out last week he's my sister's neighbor down there in Washburn. Starting on the outside of Wesley Decker there, Chris Stoppel out of Green Forest, Arkansas, the number 55 machine. Looks like he's not, that's not true. Dale Center starting inside row number 2 out of Cassville, Missouri. The number 25 machine on his outside. Going to be Dustin Isaacs in the 714 out of Ava, Missouri. Austin Dixon out of Ozark, Missouri. Going to start from that 5 spot in the number 2 machine on his outside, making his return. Dylan Bowman in the number 69, last year's points champion. Trenton Houston in the 19, going to start from that 7 spot. Tanner Foster on his outside. Derek Lampy and Wayne Morrison in that number 12 machine. Looking for that Freedom Bank green flag. Here we go. Wesley Decker. Justin Isaacs on the outside. Isaacs to the lead as they make their way around. 1 and 2 down the backstretch they go. Isaacs in that point. Tanner Foster splitting the sheets between Bowman and Dale Centers. Bowman on that top side. Tanner on the bottom. Tanner taking over that 2nd spot as we make our way towards lap number 1. One lap in the books here. Dustin Isaacs out front by 1.83 seconds over Tanner Foster. Dylan Bowman currently sitting in that 3rd spot. Dale Centers pass him on the inside. Good battle for that 3rd spot. Whoa, Dale Centers getting a little wild there. Bowman will shift up the track. Right behind him, Austin Dixon in that 2 machine. 3 wide. Going to be a good battle there for our 4th spot. Isaacs holding on to that lead. 1.256 seconds over Tanner Foster. Foster starting to reel him in here, running his fastest lap at 20.544. Dale Centers in that 3rd spot. Dylan Bowman got his hands full. He's got that 2 of Austin Dixon on his inside, and the 19 right behind him. That's going to be Trent Houston. 174 of Derek Lampy right behind him. 2 by 2 by 2 they go. Dustin Isaacs. Good, comfortable lead here over the 15 of Tanner Foster. 1.604, the distance between your leader in that 2nd place. Dale Centers, another 1.86 seconds back. Man, we have got a heck of a battle from 4th on back. Again, still side by side. Dylan Bowman, Austin Dixon side by side. And the 174 of Derek Lampy and Trenton Houston side by side. We're 3 wide for that 5th spot. Watch out, we're bumping and banging. Bowman holding on from that top side. 5 laps in the books here. We're 3 wide still. 174 of Derek Lampy getting impatient back there. Wishing somebody would pass. Trying to improve on his position here. Get a better start in the feature. Bowman out by his lonesome there in that 5th or 4th spot rather. Dustin Isaacs running his fastest lap that last time by. 20.281. He's got this thing figured out. Dustin Isaacs taking the white flag there. White flag being brought to you by Paz Appliance and Mattress. Isaacs extending his lead out to 2.407 seconds over Tanner Foster. Derek Lampy able to get around a couple of cars. Bowman falls back. 19. Trenton Houston moves up. Isaacs looking to the bottom side. Derek Lampy rather. Checkered flag out. JD AutoWorks checkered flag. Dustin Isaacs in the 714 machine taking the win by 2.5 seconds over the number 15 of Tanner Foster. Dale Centers able to settle for a 3rd spot. Trenton Houston making his way up to 4th. Austin Dixon getting around Dylan Bowman down that last lap. Bowman will finish just outside the top 5 there. Wayne Morrison 7th. Wesley Decker. That's not correct. Derek Lampy is transponder not picking up there. He'll finish behind the 19 there. So he'll have your top 5. All right, time for your Monett rental and sales with Midwest Modified Heat Race number 1. Hunter Stutzman in the 668 machine out of Highlandville, Missouri. Going to start on the pole on this one. Number 5 of Daniel Landers making his way back to Monett Motor Speedway. He comes from Joplin, Missouri. Joe Beard out of Joplin, Missouri as well. The number 18, he's going to start from that third spot on his outside. It's going to be Garrett Thompson, 929. Dakota Lowe in the 24L out of Prescott, Kansas. He'll start from that fifth spot. I believe new car Rafe Duncan out of Lockwood, Missouri in the 77. I see what you did there, sir. Very, very clever. And Michael Gillison, the number 33, starting in the rear of the field. Lights are out. We're ready to go green flag racing just as soon as we make our way to that Johnson service station restart zone. .668 looking for that skinny pedal. He finds it right here. Hitting that restart zone. 668. On his outside. Daniel Landers fast. He knows this track just as well as anybody. Hunter Stutzman out front of this thing. Shifting her off through 3 and 4. Using that lower line, 668 of Hunter Stutzman going to lead lap number 1. Just ahead of Daniel Landers by 0.2 of a second. Garrett Thompson in that third spot for now. Joe Beard right behind him. Garrett Thompson to the bottom side of Daniel Landers in the number 5 machine. Anders bobbles just a little bit. Hunter Stutzman out front, 929 of Garrett Thompson. Now up to that second spot there on lap number 2. Hunter Stutzman running at 18.739 that last time by. Both him and Garrett Thompson sub 19. Getting even faster with every lap here. Hunter Stutzman running at 18.546. Both him and Garrett Thompson running their fastest lap, but he's got a handful of Daniel Landers right behind him. Hunter Stutzman starting to break away there. He's got 1.285 seconds here on Garrett Thompson. Stutzman, Thompson, Anders, your top 3, Lowe and Beard, all breaking away from the rest of, well, I say the rest, but it's just the 33 of Michael Gillis back there. 24L of Dakota Lowe looking to get around Anders. He looks at the bottom side. Anders protecting that bottom line as they make their way through 3 and 4. Just past your halfway point, your Monett rental and sales Midwest Modified Heat Race number 1. Stutzman starting to break away from the rest of the field. Not starting, he is done and broke away. He's checked out. 929, Garrett Thompson starting to pull away from that second group. Thompson getting faster. Anders doing the same. Fastest lap here on lap number 6 as the track starts to come in. Hunter Stutzman out front, taking the white flag. White flag being brought to you by Gile's Appliance and Mattress. Garrett Thompson once again, faster lap, faster. He's 2.2 seconds behind Hunter Stutzman. No catching him at this point. Hunter Stutzman catching himself a JD Auto Works checkered flag. Stutzman with the win there, 929, and Garrett Thompson finishing second. Dakota Lowe able to get around Daniel Landers right there. Joe Beard with a top 5 finish. Daniel Landers finishing right in front of him in that 4th spot. Dakota Lowe getting around Anders there on the last lap. Garrett Thompson finishing second. And your winner there in your Monett rental and sales Midwest Modified Heat Race number 1, the 668 of Hunter Stutzman. Big thank you to Stanfield Sanitation Garbage and Rubbish Removal. Family owned and operated by 3rd-generation owners, Stanfield Sanitation celebrates over 50 years of serving our local businesses and communities. Stanfield Sanitation offers many services to meet your needs, including residential, commercial, remodel jobs, cleanouts, and one-time pickups located at 711 North Walnut Street. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Give them a call at 476-5977. Heat race number 2 coming out for your Monett rental and sales Midwest Modified class. Starting on the pole is going to be Ben Newell in that number 83 machine on his outside. Tommy Steele in the 42. J.C. Newell in the 7, the -7 or -7. I don't know how they want me to call that one. J.C. Newell, what is it? -7. Sounds dangerous, huh? Kinsey Collins owned -7. J.C. Newell out of Buffalo, Missouri. On his outside, Corey Wilson, the number 15 out of Nixa, Missouri. Inside row number 3 is going to be Jordan Holloway in the 21H machine. He's a local boy out of Monett, Missouri. Here, Dayton Newell in the 84 out of Statland, Missouri. Going to start in that 6th spot, and starting in the rear, your current points leader, the number 64 of Pete Richardson. Green flag being brought to you by Freedom Bank. Newell out to a quick lead over Tommy Steele. Tommy looking to the outside. Watch out, the number 15 machine. Getting a little wild there. As I bring up my live timing. Ben Newell, your current leader. Running at 18.6. That's cooking for lap number 1. Tommy still in that 2nd spot. -7. J.C. Newell in that 3rd spot. Jordan Holloway, Dayton Newell rounding out your top 5. Newell actually getting around Jordan Holloway. He was in that 4th spot. Holloway looking to take it back away from him here. Ben Newell currently leading by 0.7 of a second over Tommy Steele. Tommy running at 18.875. Newell, Steele, Newell, your top 3. Jordan Holloway completing the pass on Dayton Newell there. Leaders getting faster and faster here. Ben Newell running at 18.564. I got the list deck seal. It's a 5.46. Let's see if he can improve it this time. He does not, but he does extend his lead out over the 42 of Tommy Steele. Almost a whole second lead over the 42 machine. J.C. Newell right on his tail. He did improve his time. 18.517. Jordan Holloway and Dayton Newell. Pete Richardson going to the back there in the number 64 machine. Hopefully he gets that lined out as he's your current points leader. 84 of Dayton Newell looking to go around the outside here. Getting close up to that wall, right on that wall there as he makes his way down the backstretch. Tucks her down to the bottom side, trying to make the pass on the bottom around Jordan. Piles, Appliance, and Mattress, white flag. Out for your leader, the 83 of Ben Newell. He makes his way around 1 and 2. One more time around Tommy Steele in that 2nd spot. J.C. Newell holding on to 3rd. Coming around 3 and 4, not going to be contested. The 83 of Ben Newell going to take the JB Auto Works checkered flag here. Whoa, watch out, Jordan Holloway trying to cut the nose off of Newell. Doing a good job of protecting that 4th spot, but not pleasing the 84 machine of Dayton Newell. 83 of Ben Newell going to take the win there. 1.5 seconds over the 42 of Tommy Steele. -7 of J.C. Newell finishing in that 3rd spot. Jordan Holloway able to hold off the 84 machine of Dayton Newell. Dayton finishing 5th. Corey Wilson finishing 6th. And Pete Richardson dropping off early. He'll finish 3 laps down in the 7th spot, and that'll do it for your Monett Rental and Sales Midwest Modifieds. Up next, we got your Ozark Mountain Sanitation INX Legends. Again, Ozark Mountain Sanitation has picked up the sponsorship for the INX Legends. Locally owned and operated, serving the Marshfield, Fairgrove, and Pleasant Hope areas since 2006. Office hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Located at 363 West Enterprise Court in Fairgrove, Missouri. Give them a call, 417-207-0883 for more information. We got Kenny Foster starting on the pole on his outside. Going to be the 84 of Corey Pope. Inside row number 2 is going to be the 34 of Braxton Roop on his outside. The 57 of Phil Berkey-Bow. Row number 3 is going to be the 71 of Ron Hubbard on his outside. The 18 of Joe Crum. And starting in the rear there, Peyton Powell in the 41. Green flag being brought to you by Freedom Bank. All right, shipping off into turns number 1 and 2. Looks like the 84 machine of Corey Pope going to be your initial leader over Kenny Foster. Foster in that 2nd spot. Berkey Bow in 3rd. Side by side, we go through 3 and 4. Pope moves way up the track. He'll get past. Kenny Foster going to lead lap number 1 here over Phil Berkey-Bile Jr. He's got Braxton Roops to his inside. That's a singular Roop, not 2 Roops. I accidentally said 2 Roops, and I apologize. Kenny Foster out front by 0.3 of a second that last time by over the 57 of Phil Berkey-Bile Jr. Improves that to just 1/100th of a second. Phil Berkey-Bile Jr. in that second spot. Braxton Roop in third. Your top 3 starting to break away here. Foster, Berkey-Bile, and Roop. 84 machine of Corey Pope leading that second group. Joe Crum right behind him. Peyton Pyle. Kenny Foster doing a good job of holding on to that lead. Another good run for Phil Berkey-Bile. Taking the lead down the backstretch here. Kenny Foster right on his bumper, gives him a shot in the shorts as they make their way around 3 and 4. All friends and family here. I think Phil Berkey-Bile Jr. with the lead there as he gets around the lap car of Ron Hubbard in the 71 machine. Everybody making it around him. Phil Berkey-Bile out by 0.2 of a second last time. My test says that's going to be a little more this time. Berkey-Bile extends his lead from 2.89 to 5.31. Kenny Foster in that second spot. Braxton Roop another 1/10 behind him. Corey Pope in that 4th spot, and Joe Crum running out your top 5. Watch out, Braxton Roop trying to get around Kenny Foster, and he makes the pass going down the backstretch. He's going to try to do 2 for 1 in 1 lap here as he sets the pace coming around 3 and 4. All over the back bumper there of Phil Berkey-Bile Jr. as your Piles Appliance and Mattress white flag comes out. Now we're getting your Piles Appliance and Mattress white flag. I misheard race director Jeff Ogle. Braxton Roop, your new leader here, Phil Berkey-Bile Jr. in that second spot. Again, getting shots to the shorts as he's got problems going down the backstretch. Hopefully he can hold it on for a top 7. There's just 7 cars. All right, 34, Braxton Roop taking home the win there. Kenny Foster finishing in that second spot. Corey Pope in third. Joe Crum finishing 4th, and Peyton Powell rounding out your top 5. Phil Berkey-Bile Jr. able to limp it to a 6th spot. And Ron Hubbard bringing it around to finish in that 7th. So if you're watching live here at Monett Motor Speedway, it was Peyton Powell taking home that 5th spot. Joe Crum finishing 4th. Corey Pope in the 84 machine finishing 3rd. Kenny Foster able to get back up to that 2nd spot. And your winner, the 34, Braxton Roop, finishing his last lap as his fastest lap of 20.239. Getting ready to break into that 19-second range. Hey, don't forget, I've got my friends here with your 50/50 tickets. You'll see them in the bright yellow shirts. James, can you raise your hand, buddy? Can you hear me? Anybody? Yeah, I'm talking to you. Raise your hands in the air. Show them where you're at. There we go. We got our 50/50 going around here. Second heat of your Ozark Mountain Sanitation INX Legends coming onto the track here. Starting on the pole is going to be the 18T of Brooks Thompson. On his outside, going to be the 85 Triple I of Zerny Vest out of Nixa, Missouri. Lonnie Malbauer in the 06 machine, driving his own car again. Ashley Vaughn in the V2, starting in that 4th spot. Jackie Dalton starting in the 5th spot out of Carthage, Missouri. Evan Pyle in the 72 machine, and your current points champion and undefeated win-on steel champion, Chance Gilbert in the 01 out of Galena, Kansas. Gonna try to make it the hard way. Lights are out. We're ready to get it on. Gonna give them one more lap around. Green flag being brought to you by Freedom Bank. Brooks Thompson makes his way down the front stretch into 1 and 2. Zerny Vests the third, going to be his first challenger, the 06 of Lonnie Malbauer, right to his inside. Chance Gilbert all the way from last. He's already up to 4th. He's trying to make his way around, but he's got 2 cars in front of him that are also very, very fast. Jackie Dalton pulls up to that 4th spot. They're going to be side by side as they make their way through 1 and 2. Dalton not waiting for those cars to separate. He's going to find a way through the middle as they make their way down the backstretch here on lap number 2. Chance Gilbert took on his patience. We're going to be 4 wide for that 2nd spot. Watch out. Oh. Jackie Dalton on that bottom side of Lonnie Malbauer for that 2nd position. A little bobble. Chance Gilbert looked to take advantage of it. Playing his cards safe for now. Running that way outside line. He'll lose a little ground for it, but he tucks it back down to the bottom side. Brooks Thompson out front of us here. Oh, 2 of them getting together. I knew that was going to end dangerously. Jackie Dalton and Lonnie Malbauer getting together down the front stretch. Hopefully both drivers are okay. That'll bring out the first car's keys and more caution here on lap number 3. So halfway through your most Ozark Mountain Sanitation INX Legends. Brooks Thompson, your leader. Jackie Dalton and Lonnie Malbauer are running 1 and 2 at the time. Having some really, really good racing there from your top 5. Chance Gilbert will take advantage of that. He'll move up to that 2nd spot. Evan Pyle, I believe he'll be in that 4th position. I take that back. Zern Vests is in that 3rd spot. Again, caution flag here on lap number 4 of your car's keys of your Ozark Mountain Sanitation INX Legends. Hey, big thank you to Monett's very own Coast to Coast. Joins our race family this year. Coast to Coast is family-owned and operated business located at 500 South Kyler here in Monett. Their #1 priority is customer satisfaction. Coast to Coast is a proud dealer of brands like Skag, DR Power Equipment, Echo, Generic, Snapper, Still, and Troy-Built outdoor lawn equipment. They both sell and service chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, lawnmowers, and outdoor power equipment. Not to mention hardware and tools. That's where I get all my stuff, being located right next to them in Wesco Home Furnishings. Go in and see him or give my friend Leonard a call at 235-7161. Speaking of Wesco Home Furnishing, I just as well hit that one. Open 10 to 6 Monday through Friday and Saturday 9 to 5. We're located at 819 East Highway 60 here in Monett. Come visit me and my fantastic help, Miss Shonda, or my part-time help, longtime manager of our Cassville location, Mr. Mark Whittemeyer here in the crowd there. He's going to be mad that I messed up his last name when I was trying to fumble through this. Together we can help you find exactly what you're looking for. Our sales staff will work for you to select pieces that fit your style, your home, and your budget. You can be confident when you purchase at Wesco that you're getting the best overall value in town with everything from living room, dining room, bedroom, home and office, not to mention bedding and appliances. We got you covered. Come in and visit or give us a call at 235-5422. I'm glad I just messed up my own ad so I didn't embarrass anybody else. It was me. Maybe that'll make you remember it. I don't know. Also, big thank you to Sircoxy Ford. They serve Joplin, Carthage, and Aurora. They brought out a little Bronco Sport. That's going to be our pace truck tonight. They are your trusted Ford dealer in Sircoxy. Whether you're hunting for a new F-150, an adventurous Bronco, or a family-friendly Escape, their knowledgeable sales team will guide you to choosing the vehicle that best fits your needs. They also offer an inventory of pre-owned vehicles alongside a service department to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape. Visit them on High Street, conveniently located near you, or jump online to see your full inventory today. Lights are out. We're hitting that Johnson service station restart zone on the backstretch. Chance Gilbert, back to where you once belong. I can't remember who sings that. I think you know. Chance Gilbert, your leader here in your Ozark Mountain Sanitation INX Legends Heat Race number 2 as they make their way through 3 and 4. Peyton Powell in that second spot. 18T of Brooks Thompson falls back to 3rd. Zern Vest the 3rd. In that 4th position, and Ashley Vaughn in the V2. Rounding out your top 5 so far, as we are halfway through your Ozark Mountain Sanitation INX Legends. Chance Gilbert out front by a whole second that last time by over the 72 of Evan Pyle. Brooks Thompson with a good run through 3 and 4. Holding her steady. Good balance on that 18T machine. Evan Powell slipping up just a little bit coming out of turn number 2. Brooks Thompson trying to find a way around him, but he bobbles himself through 3 and 4. Chance Gilbert out front of this thing by 2.262 seconds now over Evan Pyle. Whole straightaway lead for the 01 machine. White flag being brought to you by Pyle's Appliance and Mattresses. Lead extended to 2.639. Evan Powell. All these guys are running close to the same lap times. As your checkered flag comes out, being brought to you by JB Auto Works, it's going to be Chance Gilbert taking the win here. Evan Powell in that second spot, number 72 machine. Brooks Thompson, the 18T, finishing 3rd. Ashley Vaughn in 4th, rounding out your field there. Zern Vest, actually your 4 car. And Ashley Vaughn getting a top 5. Big round of applause for the still undefeated Chance Gilbert taking home the win there in your Ozark Mountain Sanitation INX Legends Heat Race number 2. Evan Powell finishing in that 2nd spot. 18T of Brooks Thompson finishing 3rd. Zern Vest 4th, and Ashley Vaughn rounding out your top 5. $16 entries here in your Hot Wired Auto Sales Mid-America Rebuilders Bomber is going to be 2 different heat races. Going to iron in the track here just a little bit as we got the water truck on the track. First sponsored from your Hot Wired Auto Sales Bombers there. Big, let me start over. Whoa, too much to read here. Big thank you to Hot Wired Auto Sales for being one of our sponsors here in the Bomber Division for the 2025 season. Hot Wired Auto Sales is located at 3202 East 7th Street here, there in Joplin. They're locally owned and operated dealership with prices so cheap you think you'll steal it. If you got bad credit or even no credit, they have several financing options available for all credit needs and situations. Check out their inventory today at hotwiredautosales.com or go visit them at 3202 East 7th Street in Joplin. Phone number 417-623-2277 if you have any questions. Get these guys tailgating around here. Bumper to bumper. If you're tailgating or weaving in and out of traffic and speeding, well, that'll get you noticed and ticketed. Drive sober, slow down, buckle up, and put your phone down. We want you to arrive alive. A message from the Missouri Coalition for Roadway Safety, working towards 0 highway fatalities. Show me 0 Visit SaveMoLives.com. Lights are out. We're ready to get it on once again here.
Stack it up. We're going green out of turn 4. Going green out of turn 4. 8 laps. 8 laps is your heat race distance this evening.
Lights are out. Bronco Sport pulls off. Daniel Bishop on the front row. Scott Lampe on his outside. Jack Hammer, Larry Jordan, row number 2. Landon McLaughlin, Michael Gillis, and Brandon Bishop and Daryl Riddick. We're ready to get that green flag going here at Monett Motor Speedway for a Hot Wire Auto Sales Minnebaker Rebuilders Bombers heat race number 1. 179 is Scott Lampe. He said, I pray for everybody else. We got a little damage to some vehicles. Got some. Well, you heard the flag man. He wants to be the announcer. He is the announcer at our neighbor here. The, what's it called? The Twister Alley. Not that I didn't know it. I just forgot. I didn't forget at all. I just brain fart. Anyway, Hot Wired Auto Sales Mid-America Rebuilders Bombers under caution here. Stop before we started. Going to be an original restart. Some debris coming off of a couple of the cars. It might be some Bondo. You never know. But that will bring out your Cars, Keys, and More caution. Again, Cars, Keys, and More providing automotive locksmith services at your location. Give them a call. 417-438-4848. Everything looks to be back to racing conditions. Get started here in heat number 1 of your Hot Wired Auto Sales Mid-America Rebuilders Bombers. Hey, if you're running on empty, well, nothing tastes better than Victory Fuel with over 1.5 more electrolytes than the leading sports drink. Victory Fuel is your winning source of hydration, all while giving you the daily vitamins in just a 12-ounce can, sweetened with only 6 grams of natural sugar and no added coloring. Scott Lampe on the outside, Daniel Bishop in the 13J on the inside. Lampe taking the lead down the back or front stretch rather. Jack Hamer follows from that second row. 33 Gillis. Oh, watch out, we're getting together already. Daniel Bishop not happy with where we put our tires. Decided it looks a lot better on the exit of turn 2. That'll help work in that top line, I guess. Appreciate your help from the 13J of Daniel Bishop.
I need the 13J, 179 front row, 14 and 10 second row, 17 and 33 third row.
You heard him.
And 1776.
Hey, that just gives me a reason to say some more sponsors. Wildcat Ice Cream, LLC. Stop yelling at him. Stop yelling at him, Chip. They know. They want to race too, buddy.
Stack it up, gentlemen.
Daniel Bishop going to give it one more shot. Lights are out. Flagman Chip Abramovitz, very aggressive with his stick holding. Lampe on the outside, Bishop on the inside. We're going to try this one more time as we are 3 minutes in and 0 laps in the books here in your Hot Wired Auto Sales Mid-America Rebuilders Bombers. Bishop hitting it early. Hamer looking to get 3 wide down the front stretch, getting around the 13J there. 174 or 179 rather. Scott Lampe, your current leader. Scouting the Lampes. Scott Lampe, your leader, the 33 machine of Michael Gillis in that second spot. Jack Hamer right there on his bumper. Hamer floating her up way high coming down the front stretch. Scott Lampe out front by 0.4 of a second over the 33 of Michael Gillis. Jack Hamer in that third spot. Daryl Rick in fourth, and Danielle Bishop currently sitting in that 5th spot. Good lead battle here. The 179 on the top side, Michael Gillis on the bottom side. Gillis going to take the lead away here. Gillis out front by almost 0.2 of a second there, just a hair shy. Gillis up front, Lampe in that second spot, Hamer in third. Lampe all over the back bumper of Gillis. Gonna try to pass him on the outside. Whoa, way up close to the front too. No sparks. Not trying to Ryan Gilmore this week. Of course, Gilmore putting on a heck of a show last week. Spark in the front stretch, spark in the back stretch. I'm sure you've seen it on Facebook. We shared it on Monett Motor Speedway along with ShowMeDirt, providing excellent content for us here. Michael Gillis out front of this thing still. He's got an 0.8 of a second lead over the 179 as Scott Lampe. We're just past our halfway point, 5 laps in the books, 3 to go. Jack Hamer in that third spot. Dale Riddick in fourth, and Daniel Bishop still holding on to a top 5 after a tough start. Catch the tail end of the field here. Larry Jordan in the 10 will go a lap down. Michael Gillis out front by a whole second now over the 179 of Scott Lampe. Everybody pretty stretched out at this point here in our Hot Wired Auto Sales Mid-America Rebuilders Bombers Heat Race number 1. White flag out. White flag being brought to you by Paz Appliance and Mattresses. Hamer kind of on the back bumper there, the 179 machine of Scott Lampe as they make their way down the backstretch. It was almost a race between those two. Almost a race. Checkered flag coming out there. JB Auto Works checkered flag. Michael Gillis taking home the win. Running his fastest lap. Scott Lampe doing the same there on your last lap. Both running a 21-second lap there. Not 21 flat, but Scott Lampe running a 21.765. Michael Gillis running a 7.99. Daniel Bishop in the 13J, rounding out a top 5. Daryl Riddick in the 1776, finishing in that 4th spot. Jack Hamer finishing 3rd in the number 14 machine. Scott Lampe in the 179, and Michael Gillis taking home the win there in your Hot Wired Auto Sales Mid-America Rebuilders Bombers Heat Race number 1. Heat Race number 2 getting ready to make their way onto the track next. Heat race number 2. Sean Seward going to start on the pole here in the 82 machine coming out of Joplin, Missouri. James DeWitt in the 930 going to start from the 2nd spot on his outside out of Pineville, Missouri. Corbin Mooney in the 2M coming all the way from Lynn Creek, Missouri. Going to start inside row number 2. On his outside, going to be Zachary Riddick, current points leader in the 22Z machine. 2 wins already on the year. Going to try to make it a 3rd tonight. Jimmy Staton in the number 16 machine out of Aurora, Missouri. Going to start from that 5 spot on his outside. Pete Navarro in his rookie season here in the number 11 machine out of Butterfield. Lane Walden in a 23J. Starting from that 7th spot out of Billings, Missouri. And Jason Richardson in the 133. Starting in the rear there. Lights are out. We're ready to get it on here. Green flag. Here we go. 82 machine being pushed down the front stretch. Not sure what's going on there. Sean Seward running the 82 machine tonight. Coming around to lead lap number 1, going to be the 930 at James DeWitt. Oh, we're getting a little bit loose coming off of turn number 4. Zach Riddick, your points leader with problems. Look like an axle maybe. Wait, it's not a rear-wheel drive car, is it? And that will bring out your first Cars, Keys, and More caution.
Drivers get stacked up. Please get lined up single file.
One lap in the books here in your Hot Wired Auto Sales Mid-America Rebuilders Bombers. Second half of our Bomber sponsorship for the 2025 season, again, is your Mid-America Rebuilders, located in the heart of Joplin, 8399 East 7th Street, Suite A. Mid-America Rebuilders stands as the rebuilder destination for all your auto repair needs. The shop boasts a team of skilled technicians dedicated to providing top-notch services for vehicles of all makes and models. With a reputation for quality, workmanship, and attention to detail, customers can trust that their cars are in the capable hands of Mid-America Rebuilders. If you need some repairs done here in Southwest Missouri, give them a call, 417-781-9232. Tough break for your points champion. Going out on the hook, he's going to have to steal that 1776 spec from dear old dad. They traded at the beginning of the season. That probe used to be a purple and white machine. Painted it up, changed his number to 22Z. James DeWitt out front of your Hot Wired Auto Sales Mid-America Rebuilders Bombers Heat Race number 2 here on lap number 1. Sean Seward on the bottom side of Corbin Mooney. All right, again, going to be looking for that Johnson service station restart zone on the back there. Johnson service station out of Crane, Missouri, 221 North Commerce Street. 9:30 at James DeWitt. Hits that loud pedal going down the back stretch. We are going to be green flag racing by the time we're on the front stretch. Corbin Mooney up to that second spot, going to try to challenge the 9:30 at James DeWitt. DeWitt got that Toyota all wound up, ready to go. James DeWitt, your leader here on lap number 1 as they make their way down the backstretch. DeWitt out front. Corbin Mooney in that second spot. The 82 is Sean Seward. Holding on to third for now. He's got the 133 of Jason Richardson right behind him now on the top side. Going to try to pass him for that third spot. They come way up close to that front stretch wall. Caution coming out there.
Go high in turn 3 and 4. Go high in 3 and 4, gentlemen. Get single file, please.
Looks like it's going to be the number 11 of Pete Navarro. Pete running the 6th spot at the time.
82, 23J. Get around to the front of the field, please.
I can't remember if I finished my sponsorship shout out to Wildcat Ice Cream LLC. They're a mobile ice cream trailer serving Barry, Lawrence, and surrounding counties. Wildcat Ice Cream attends many local events in the area, such as races here at Monett Motor Speedway or even at Twister Alley Speedway. On Saturdays, you can even find them set up at the Spot in Cassville. One of those if you know type deals, which I know. Not sure why we are waving the green flag here, as we normally go green on the backstretch, but trying something different, I guess. James DeWitt, your current leader here, just makes his way around. So we're 2 laps in the books here in your Hot Wired Auto Sales Mid-America Rebuilders Bombers. James DeWitt currently out front. Corbin Mooney challenging him on the inside. They're going to touch just a little bit as they make their way down the front stretch. Mooney in the Cavalier. James DeWitt in the Corolla. Oh, we've got a car spun around in turn number 4 again. That'll be the second caution brought out by Pete Navarro on the number 11. That'll be the 2 spin rule here, so he'll be able to come back out for the feature, but he needs to park it right now for the heat race at number 2 here in your Hot Wired Auto Sales Minimaker Rebuilders Bombers. Heat race at number 2. Alrighty. Getting ready to start on the backstretch once again, looking for that Johnson service station, a restart zone between 2 and the center of the backstretch. James DeWitt gets her started going down the backstretch here. Top 3, good restart there. James DeWitt and Corbin Mooney, your top 2. DeWitt making his way down the backstretch here. Through 3 and 4. Again, we got 3 laps in the books here in your Hot Wired Auto Sales Mid-America Rebuilders Bombers. Halfway through. 9:30 with James DeWitt still your leader. Corbin Mooney, good run off that bottom side through 2. DeWitt running right up against the wall down the backstretch. Mooney right there, tagging right there at the back of his bumper as they make their way off of turn number 4. Just 0.2 of a second separating your 1 and 2 car. Corbin Mooney stuck in the 9:30 as they make their way down the backstretch. Had a good run off that turn number 2. Looking to put a nose to the bottom. Trying to hold it straight as they make their way through 3 and 4 rather. 2 phalanges in the air. James DeWitt running his fastest lap so far, running a 21.647. Corbin Mooney running a faster lap, but still not his fastest lap as they make their way down the backstretch. Mooney going to try to put on the bottom side. Going to be nose to nose as they come to the white flag. Not quite nose to nose as DeWitt with your lead going down the backstretch here. James DeWitt looking for his first heat race win of the 2025 season as they make their way through 3 and 4. Golly. And he'll hold on. James DeWitt taking the win there. JB Autoworks checkered flag there. James DeWitt taking home the win. Corbin Mooney in that second spot. Jason Richardson finishing 3rd. Sean Seward in 4th. And Lane Walden rounding out your top 5. All right, time for your Young Lions division making their way out on the track now. Starting on the pole, going to be the 9 of Rory Thompson. On Rory's outside, Riker Thompson, the number 51 machine. Rory out of Prairie Grove, Arkansas. Riker out of Centerton, Arkansas. Bronson Hawkins out of Rogers, Arkansas, the number 28 machine. Camden Grimes out of Billings, Missouri, starting from that 4th spot. Jet Stovall not able to, oh, he is able to make it out. He'll start from that 5th spot out of Billings, Missouri in the 00. Garrett Vaughn in the V2 out of Aldridge, Missouri, starting from that 6th spot, and Mackenzie Vaughn in the 2V. Also want to invite you to visit another NASCAR sanctioned track located in Pryor Creek, Oklahoma. You might know the track as Salina High Banks Speedway. The weekly program at Salina High Banks Speedway now features 5 divisions of racing: modifieds, B-mods, super stocks, and pure stocks sanctioned under the NASCAR sanctioning, as well as the new true beginner division called Trophy Cars, a little bit like our INEX Legends Young Lions we've got here. Racing starts at 7 o'clock every Saturday. Getting Rory Thompson, Riker Thompson on the front row. Looks like the 2V pulling to the inside there. Not going to start the heat race number 1. All right, green flag out on the track, being brought to you by Freedom Bank. 00 Jet Stovall finishing where he left off last week. Straight out to the lead there. 49 of Camden Grimes finished second last week. He's already up to that 2nd spot. 9 of Rory Thompson falls back to 3rd here. Jet Stovall coming around the lead lap number 1. Jet Stovall going down the backstretch, running a 22.133 that first time by. Jet bobbles it just a little bit coming off of turn number 4. Camden Grimes just 0.8 of a second behind him last time by. Jet Stovall jumping in the 21-second range, 21.473. Camden Grimes also running a 21.992, getting better every week. And again, that's what this class is all about here in the Young Lions INX Legends heat race number 1. Jet Stovall still out front. Oh, watch out, the 2V spinning. 49 of Camden Grimes able to get around him, but that will bring out your cars, keys, and more. Caution flag here. We're halfway through your Young Lions INX Legends heat race number 1. Caution coming out here for the 2V of Mackenzie Vaughn. Tommy Boy trying to get some instructions here for the 2V. How to get spun around. So Jet Stovall still out front of your Young Lions INX Legends heat race number 1 here. Restart going to be on the backstretch. We'll get those rear cars caught up here. Green flag down the backstretch. Here we go. Jet Stovall with a good start. Camden Grimes in that 2nd spot right behind. Stovall, Grimes, and Thompson, your top 3 here. '51 machine of Riker Thompson in that 4th spot. Mackenzie Vaughn rounding out your top 5. 0. Jet Stovall running a good fast lap of a 20.934. Breaks into the 22nd range now. Camden Grimes, 21.906. Stovall got it in his blood. Again, I believe if you win 3 in this class, 3 in a row, you have to move up back up to the Legends division, your regular INX Legends division. Stovall dipping down underneath the 2V of Mackenzie Vaughn. White flag out for your leader here. Jet Stovall around 1 and 2. Camden Grimes looking to get around lap machine of 2V. Mackenzie Vaughn does so safely as they make their way through 3 and 4. Looking for that JB Auto Works checkered flag. Jet Stovall taking another one here at Monett Motor Speedway. Camden Grimes in the number 49 machine, finishing in that 2nd spot. Rory Thompson crosses the flag stand there in the 3rd spot. 51 machine of Rory Thompson. And that'll do it for your Young Lions INX Legends Heat Race number 1. All right, time for your Napa Auto Parts B Modified Heat Race number 1. 9 entries tonight. Starting on the pole is going to be the 45 of Dan Culp. Dan coming all the way from Hinesville, Arkansas, on the number 45 machine on his outside. Currently sitting 3rd in points, going to be Trevor Drake in the number 7L machine out of Brighton, Missouri. Inside row number 2 is going to be J.C. Newell, the number 83 machine on his outside. The number 21 also in the top 5. Jackie Dalton out of Carthage, Missouri. Kyle Long in the 02 machine out of Walnut Grove. Going to start in that 5th spot on his outside. Current points leader by 2 points. Mitch Keeter out of Webb City, Missouri. Last year's points champion, Kason Harris in the 00 machine. Going to start in that 7th spot on his outside. Currently setting 2nd in points. The man who's 2 points behind Keeter, Ryan Gilmore, the number 66, coming all the way from Springfield, Missouri. And starting on the bubble wall by their Lonesome Mountain, Indiana Show, Missouri, going to be the 9 JR of Joel Singletary. Sarcoxy Ford Bronco Sport pulling off there. Dan Culp, Trevor Drake, row number 1, going to bring him around 3 and 4, ready to get our Napa Auto Parts B Modified Heat Race number 1 on the books. Green flag, here we go. Mitch Keeter scraping along. Right off the start, what a good way to go. Trevor Drake out front of this thing. Dan Culp and Jackie Dalton, 2 and 3. We're 3 wide. Gilmore shoving it on. Keeter is the next one down the front there. Trevor Drake, Dan Culp, Jackie Dalton, your top 3. He goes back to J.C. Newell and Ryan Gilmore. Mitch Keeter, your points leader, looking to the bottom side of Gilmore. All costs here tonight. Gilmore going right back to what he was doing last week, scraping the wall here, using every bit of this track to find all the speed that he can. He's on the outside of J.C. Newell in the number 83 machine right now. Looking to get him around him. He'll take over the 4th spot. Meanwhile, Trevor Drake out front by 7 tenths of a second last. He keeps it right at the same pace. Jackie Dalton moves up to that 2nd spot. Dan Culp falls back to 3rd. And about to fall back to 4th, Ryan Gilmore on his bottom side. Gilmore move up to that 3rd position here on lap number 3. Not by much. Dan Culp not giving up that easy. Ryan Gilmore sliding her up in the front of the 45 machine here. Culp taking another look to the bottom side. Meanwhile, out front, Jackie Dalton using that top side, trying to get some speed, and he was faster last time by 18.850. Not that far off the pace that time. Watch out, he's got a good run off the middle of 2. Right there on the back bumper of Trevor Drake now. Drake out front of this thing by 3/10 of a second over Jackie Dalton last time by. Dalton right there on his bumper. Drake out front by 1/10 of a second. Meanwhile, Ryan Gilmore charging forward. Peter's stuck back in traffic there. He's in that 6th spot. White flag coming out for your leader, the 7L of Trevor Drake, as he makes his way into 1 and 2. Drake, Dalton, Gilmore, your top 3. Keeter fighting his way around the 45 and 83 machines right there in the middle. He'll fall back. Colt holding on to that 4th spot. Meanwhile, out front, Trevor Drake taking home the win there over Jackie Dalton and 21 machine. Ryan Gilmore able to finish P3. Mitch Keeter getting around Dan Culp and J.C. Newell. He'll finish in that 4th spot. Dan Culp finishing 5th. And J.C. Newell just outside your top 5. Cason Harris finishing in the 7th spot. Kyle Long and Joel Singletary rounding out your crowd there.